What's up, guys? Python here, finally back making Mets content, and I am not thrilled to be making content again for the Mets. I said I was going to do series recap. I'm not thrilled after this series at all. This series just really ticked me off in more ways than one. How about the fact that, where do we begin? The fact that Luis Rojas brought in the mop-up guy twice when we were only down by a couple runs in the ninth inning. The fact that this offense, with the exception of Javier Baez's home run, has had, what, four? I think they scored 4 runs with the exception of Baez's home run, right? Because that was a 3-run home run for Baez, or was it 2? All right, it was 2, so they scored 5 runs. Yeah, that's how many the Reds scored in the first game of the series. We scored 5 all series with the exception of Baez's home run. And it's like, when are things going to change? This has been the same crap since April with this offense. And I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. Oh, it's a little slump. We'll get in the groove. It's August. It's August already. And I'm glad at least Rojas is acknowledging the problem here. In his post-game, he said they were chasing Red starter Vladimir Gutierrez too much and were overly aggressive in their approach. They had just 3 hits and scored a run against the same starter they knocked around for 6 runs 2 weeks ago. At least something's getting acknowledged, because if I have to hear from the players anymore, it will be fine and they're going to get in a groove soon. I'm going to freak the fuck out, because it is not fine. The offense is not fine, and it is just, quite frankly, embarrassing, considering when you go top to bottom, when you look at the lineup. I mean, it's just embarrassing that only 3 of your guys, now 4, have been consistent all season long. And I'm not going to include Baez, because in that 3 to 4, he was the 4th guy I was talking about. I'm not going to include him in that because he just came over. The 3 guys I'm talking about that have been consistent this year: Nimmo, McNeil, Alonso. And 2 of those guys were injured for pretty much the entire season. And they've been the only ones productive this entire season, pretty much. And it's like, when are things going to change? When are we going to see Dom Smith heat up? Michael Conforto is ass. He is ass. All right. He is honestly to the point where if he needs to be batting below the pitcher. He is that bad right now. When he's playing, he should be batting below the pitcher. I don't even want to see him in the starting lineup anymore. I don't. I really don't. And I'm tired of seeing on Twitter all the booing. What are you doing? It's not justifiable. He's hitting below 200 when he asked for 200 million in the offseason. What are you talking about? Oh my God. Listen, I get it. Okay, you don't have to be the ones to boo him. People don't. I understand if you don't want the fans to boo him because it's their own player, but to say it's not justifiable is ridiculous. It is very well justifiable for a guy that was just crying for 200 million this offseason, can't even get his batting average to 200. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing what happened between last year and this year with Conforto. It's truly mind-blowing that he's doing this bad this season. It really is just... I mean, Brandon Drury's been our best hitter over the past couple weeks. What are we doing? What are we doing? I am truly just like... The bullpen has... and the pitching wasn't too great this series, but I can't knock them when the offense has been this awful. I can knock Rojas for bringing in Anthony Banda in a 2-run deficit in the first game, which I was at, and of course that's up a 3-run home run. Wouldn't have mattered because we didn't score enough runs to come back in the bottom half, but it's just, why are you throwing the game when it's still the 9th inning and you're only down by a couple runs? You do realize you have last licks, right? I just don't understand. I just can't compute it. I just can't compute the decision making. I really can't. And I'm sorry I'm being so negative right now, if you want to call it that. But it's been the same crap since April. It's been the same crap since the season has started. The offense is just, where is it? And I just don't understand where Roas's brain is at, putting guys like Banda, putting guys like who'd he throw out there? Hartlieb, right? Yeah, Hartlieb out there when it was only like we were only down by like 3 runs going into the 9th inning. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's just frustrating to watch. It truly is frustrating to watch. And I can't give him the benefit of the doubt at all this series with the offense. Where am I going to give him the benefit of the doubt? And how about in that second game, Jonathan VR getting picked off at second? Could have changed the dynamic of that game if Dom Smith didn't clutch up. That would have changed the dynamic of the whole series, because we'd be talking about getting swept right now. So Jonathan VR, I hope, bought Dom Smith a steak dinner, because he nearly threw this one away. I'm just, from your starting pitching, you got some good starting pitching this entire series. Although Rich Hill was a little shaky in his start, but Carrasco, despite the first pitch in that game on Friday, he was awesome. He was expected to give 4 to 5 innings. He did that. Stroman, excellent. I saw a stat that the Mets are like 1-7 or 1-9 when Stroman doesn't go a complete 6 innings in a game. And then he got charged with 4 earned runs, which he shouldn't have, because Castro just completely reeked. Walking 2 guys. I'm just confused. I'm just confused as to when this offense is going to put it together. It's August. When is the offense? There's no, they're off to a slow start, things will get better excuse anymore. It's over. It's been over since the calendar flipped to June for me. And if it wasn't over for you then, it should have been over when the calendar flipped to July. I'm trying to figure out too how the front office went through. I'm not complaining about them getting just Javier Baez. How could you complain about them getting a star second baseman and shortstop? How could you ever complain about that? It just, I don't understand how you could look at the team and think, and just look at the way the team has been all year and say, Javier Baez is all we need to fix the problem. The bullpen has a glaring hole, and it's as clear as day, because Lugo is kind of concerning me a bit. He did get out of his jam there in that middle game, thankfully, but he's been a little bit shaky. I need to see him pick it up. There's a hole in the bullpen right now. Starting pitching, DeGrom's not coming back till September. Neither is Syndergaard. Is your 4 or 5 innings of Carrasco, is your 4 or 5 innings of Rich Hill gonna take you to September while maintaining a successful record? Now, the good news for this club is this division sucks, so anything could happen. So that's the good news for this baseball club. But you look at the offense, there's glaring holes. There's just glaring holes. And it just, I get the chemistry of the team, but some things have to change, man. Some things just have to change. I'm tired of seeing a below 200. Michael Conforto hit 5th in the order. I'm just tired of it. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I'm just disappointed with the way this series turned out in numerous ways. Numerous ways. And for as bad as the bullpen was, the offense was just as bad. And you know what? The bullpen in that middle game were scoreless. The bullpen hasn't been too terrible. But, you know, when you throw guys like Anthony Bannon, Hartley into these closer games, it's just like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? It's just like, I'm trying. I'm trying to not be so negative. This is the first series recap back, but just I've been watching these games and it's the same shit. It's been the same thing all season. And it's just the fact that they saw just adding Javier Baez as the only solution to the problem. About adding another guy to the bench, maybe. Maybe adding someone that could play right field that's going to bat above 200. Wow. I can't believe that I could have been recapping the Mets from April to now, and I could still be talking about how lackluster this offense is. It's just mind-blowing. Sure, there's a couple spurts where they've been good. They were good when they were in Cincinnati. They were pretty decent in Pittsburgh. Sure, there's sprinkles of them doing good. But never, ever this season, maybe a small amount of times, have the offense and the pitching been clicking at the same time. It's the story. The same story. And I don't know what to tell you. We play the Marlins. They're a last place team. This is a chance for, hopefully, because I said it when we were playing Pittsburgh, hopefully the offense to get their shit together. And hopefully the pitching to stay dominant. This is your chance to take a commanding lead in the division. You win at least 3 of these games. Wow. Progress. I cry for at least 3. And if they drop this series to the Marlins, man, do we have problems. Man, do we have problems. And like I said, I'm really sorry for being negative here, but what do you want me to say? How do you want me to look at this series positively? Oh, do you want me to give them the benefit of the doubt because they played the Cincinnati Reds and they're a good team? We're in first place, dude. We're in first place. Start playing like a first place team. I mean, they dropped the series to the Braves. Sure, they beat Toronto. They're a pretty decent team. Sure, they beat the Reds before that. But, like, you split and dropped the series with the Pirates back in July. And it's just like, when is the offense and pitching going to click together? When? We play the Marlins and Phillies. Like I said, the Marlins before. Take, please, at least 3. At least 3. I beg you. I beg you for 3. And then Philly, you really need to win that series. You really need to win. You're playing the Nationals too. All divisional opponents for the next, what? How many games? 10 games. Next 10 games against divisional opponents. And then you play This is where they have to. They have to go on a serious run here if they want a chance at this thing. Because after this, my friend, after the Marlins, Phillies, and Nationals, my friend, you have 3 games against the Dodgers. Then you have 3 against the Giants. Then you go to LA, or you go to San Francisco after that LA series to play 3 against the Giants. Then you go to LA and you play 4 against the Dodgers. And then you come back home and play 3 against the Giants. They have to go on a run here. There's no excuses with these next few games. 0. They have to go on a run against these divisional opponents if they want a chance. Because I'll tell you, a couple of drop games to the Dodgers, if we lose these series to the Dodgers and Giants, which it's very possible with how good those teams are, you're fucked. You're fucked. And does it get any easier in September? I mean, you have that rough stretch where you play Boston and Milwaukee, but this is the Mets' chance to take a commanding lead. Show me something. Get heated up. Let's go. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hopefully, I'll get to be more positive over these next few series, but nothing. I seriously can't find a positive except for Javier Baez's home run from that series. I seriously can't. I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt. If something was going right in the series, I would, but nothing went right. Sure, the bullpen, I guess, was good. There. Are you happy? I gave them the benefit of the doubt with something. See you guys in the next one.